Welcome, YouTube, to another episode of Nicholas Pouliot Outdoors. And today, I have a special treat for you. We are going to be cooking. I'm going to show you guys my favorite recipe for deer meat. And not just any deer meat today. I got some marinated, look at that. That's marinated backstrap. Look how nice and red that is. I harvested this backstrap last year. This is my first buck. So we're going to make deer fajitas. And they are delicious. I got these marinated in one day in a Ziploc bag. And I used Dale's marinade. I used a low sodium Dale's marinade because if you use the normal Dale's, it's pretty salty. And I don't like too much salt in my deer meat. So first, I just chopped up some onion. I'll saute some onion up in there with some garlic and a little bit of butter. Not too much butter. Got my green peppers, red pepper, and my yellow pepper over there. I'm going to put that in here. I like to cook the onions down first. About halfway, then throw the peppers in. So we got butter, garlic, onions, celery salt. You know, I'm from New England, so we like our celery salt. A little bit of celery salt. Black pepper. I just salt this. I'm not going to salt the peppers. These onions look like they're cooking down pretty good. This is a pretty quick thing to cook because you don't want to cook the deer meat too fast. So what I do is I cook the deer meat for a few minutes because I'm going to bring it to work and we're going to reheat it in the microwave, so I don't want to cook it down too much. I want it to still be tender, so the microwave is going to do a little cooking too. So if you cook it almost medium rare, that way when you take it out of the microwave, it's going to be medium rare. Alright, let's get this in there. Cook these peppers down. And you guys comment, what do you like to do with your deer meat? I also like to make some jerky. And I use the same marinade. I use Dale's. If someone says to you they don't like deer meat, well, they never had a backstrap cooked on the smoker or in fajitas. And Dale's marinade's pretty strong, and it takes the game taste out of it. So my wife thought that it was steak. So I was like, hey, you like deer meat? She didn't want to try it at first. You should always try something one time, at least once. Take yourself a little thank you bite. Alright, put a little bit of olive oil in here. That olive oil is going to lift up some of them garlic juices. Put them on them peppers. Now, if you guys want to see me do any other cooking, I might do some catch and cooks next spring. The fishing season's kind of winding down, so I'm going to do a lot of hunting. Which, stay tuned, because we're going to go hunting this Sunday. So I'll shoot a video, and I'll put it up on Monday. And we're going to do a little turkey / deer hunting. Whatever I see first out in the woods, I'll probably get one. I'm just making the deer meat now so I can get more room in my freezer. Which actually I just bought a pretty big deep freezer, so I got plenty of room. And this stove right here is pretty cool. It's brand new. We've got it last month. It's got a dehydration mode right there. I can make beef jerky, deer jerky, whatever kind of jerky you want right there. Probably have videos for making jerky soon also. But yeah, this is going to take a little bit. Cooking these peppers down. Make sure I'm not burning anything on the bottom. I'm going to surprise a buddy at work because I told him I'm bringing in some food. So he's excited. He probably thinks I'm going to bring in like enchiladas or something. Not today. No chicken enchiladas. We're doing outdoors type of stuff. We're making deer fajitas. And he loves them. Now it's very important that you don't overcook the meat. That's why I put all the vegetables in first. So I'm not overcooking the meat. Take some of that heat off of it. You want to slow cook the meat, but don't cook it too much, because deer meat should be medium rare. You don't want to have it, if you have it cooked too much, it'd be dry. There's not much fat on deer, so make sure you have some kind of fat in the pan to cook it with it. So I already have butter in there and some oil. That should be plenty. Marination is pretty key too. I would not cook deer meat unless it's marinated. That's my opinion. I mean, you want to do like a dry rub, or that might work. But I like to at least marinate it for 6 hours at the minimum. I like to do a full day. Yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, and share, and subscribe. And I want to know what kind of recipes you guys have. I want to try some new stuff this year. Some new recipes. We're going to try to make some deer hamburger and some deer sausages. So that's going to be interesting. And hopefully we have the time and we can do it. If not, I definitely want to drop some deer meat off to the local butcher and see if they can make some sausage for me. I like deer bratwurst. And what's your favorite deer bratwurst? Mine's jalapeno cheddar. But yeah, we're cooking it down. Probably gonna give it another 5 minutes, add the meat. Let's go back to this meat. Let's see how beautiful this meat is. Oh yeah. There it is. Try getting all the fat off of it. I mean, that looks beautiful. When I first started cutting into it this morning, it was so red, like dark, dark red. Now it's cooling down. Look at that. It's gonna be delicious. One time the meat was almost like purplish red. That looks pretty good for almost a year old. Nothing like harvesting your own meat. This is what makes America great again. Right here. Getting your own food, cooking your own food, really getting outdoors, living and just being out there. That's how you be an American. And then you must contribute back to America. So work hard every day, contribute some way, America will give back to you. And you can see America is giving back to us today. Sorry for my American rant. I just love America so much. yeah, I wish we had smell-o-vision. If we had smell-o-vision, you could just be all up in there. Let me make sure my lens is not, make sure we're not fogging up from that steam. Woo, yeah. There it is. Cooking it down. Alright, now what I'm going to do is find a lid. Turn this down a little bit. I want to make sure those peppers are nice and soft. I don't want them too crisp. Sometimes I like them a little al dente, but I want them a little cooked. It's a tad over al dente. Not too squishy. And how do you like it? Do you like your peppers crunchy, al dente? Do you like them soft, smushy? Do you like them all the way cooked down? I'm not a big fan of mushy peppers. We'll put that lid on for about 2 minutes, and we'll add the deer meat. So it's 10:30 now. We'll give it to 10:32. Yeah, this is a pretty quick recipe to make. Start to finish, you're looking at maybe like 40 minutes. Might take you a little longer, depends on how you cut your vegetables up and how long it take you to quarter your meat and make it into little cubes. Now also, how would you video yourself hunting in the woods? Would you do chest cam, head cam, bow mount, tree mount? If I had multiple cameras, I'd do a tree mount and a bow mount, but I'm not sure how I'm going to mount this camera to my bow yet. I might just do chest mount and then video it. I don't have a head mount yet, but we'll grow. As long as I keep getting subscribers, likes, comments, and shares, we'll grow as a channel. I'll get some more stuff. Alright, we got 1 minute left for these peppers. Now, it's very simple, this recipe. I mean, you've seen it. It's not much ingredients. You got your marinade, you got your meat, you got your peppers and your onions, you got your celery salt, you got your pepper, you got your oil. Make sure you use a good olive oil. Nothing, you don't want a really shitty olive oil. Then you got a little bit of butter, salted butter, and minced garlic. Make sure you use minced garlic. You don't want to use that powder stuff. Powdered garlic's good, but this recipe is high quality products of America. You don't want to put garlic powder on that bad boy. You want to put the real deal. Alright, 10:32. Oh yeah. Woo. Alright. That was a lot of steam. Make sure you guys are good. Alright, wipe the lens. Now we're going to add our deer meat. Straight to the pile. Alright, we're just going to chuck it in there. Kind of evenly spread out the meat. Oh yeah, that is a good pile of fajitas right there. That's a good pile. That's going to be delicious right there. Oh yeah. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to cover it. Turn it down a little bit. We're going to let it go for about probably 5 minutes or so. Then we'll mix it all up and then let it go for another 5 minutes. That's an estimated time. You want to make sure, like I said earlier, keep an eye on the meat. You don't want to overcook that meat. Because if you overcook the meat, then it's tough. I'm so excited for this meal. So far, I've made this meal 3 times this year. I used the section of the deer leg up by its thigh, which is really good for fajitas. I usually only use the thigh meat on the deer for fajitas. I decided to use the back strap today because it's the best cut for the steak, so why not? The first back strap of the two, I like to cut it in half, and then the next day make backstrap and eggs for my celebration of that deer. That's pretty good too. We'll have to do that recipe. That one's simple. Cook that backstrap and some bacon grease, some over easy eggs. You got yourself a delicious breakfast. Now make sure if you watch this video you subscribe. It doesn't cost nothing, just click that button. I mean, you might not like the video, or that's fine, but just hit subscribe and then you can watch me grow. We're gonna grow as a channel. If you want to support your veterans and your troops, you can support me and my channel. I'm a veteran, so it'd be nice if you just like, subscribe, and comment. Show me some love. And I'm not greedy. I'm just shooting for 100 subscribers by the end of the year. That's my goal. That's a small goal. Start small and grow. Alright, we're going to let it go for about 3 more minutes. Mix it up, then let it go for another 5 more minutes. Looks like it's taking a little bit to cook. Man, I can't wait to surprise the guys that work with this. Only one guy knows what I'm bringing in. The only reason why I told him, because I didn't know if he liked it or not. Everyone else likes it, so I figure I'll let the guy know, hey, I'm bringing that in if you want to try it. Because I don't know, some people don't trust it and they don't touch it. That's just more for me, so I kind of encourage people to try it out. Oh yeah, it looks like it's starting to cook. I'm going to have to mix this up in about a minute. This is definitely something that you don't want to start and walk away from. You want to make sure you're by it all times. Because one little thing gets wrong, then the whole dish can go wrong. Burn your onions, not cook your peppers enough. Alright. Oh man. Like I said earlier, if you guys could smell that, give it a good mix. Oh. That is smelling good. You can see the meat starting to cook. Yeah, it's funny. My wife first tried it. She was freaked out that it was medium rare. I was like, there's nothing wrong with medium rare steak. So she looked it up, and it says online that you should cook deer medium rare. I told her, nah, you gotta cook. Cooking it longer is not gonna make the meat any safer. I mean, it's not chicken. You know? At least you know where this meat came from. This came from the woods. I know what this meat ate. It ate nuts and corn and soy, probably. Clover. So we get a general idea what it ate. This is organic right here. Alright, lid's going back on. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. America. It's gonna cook for 5 minutes and we're gonna pull that baby off. And I'm gonna pack that lid. I might have to bring 2 Tupperware bowls. Man, this is a big batch. But yeah, I'm gonna put in a 8-inch tortilla shell. Of course, you gotta warm a tortilla up before you stuff it. I mean, it's a rule, I guess. And then we're gonna do Colby Jack cheese. And bam, you got yourself a perfect fajita. Another great recipe I do is I'll take the back strap, I'll rub it down with some barbecue dry rub, I'll wrap that in bacon, and I'll smoke it for a couple hours. And then I'll take it inside, I'll dice it up, make sure the bacon's cooked real well, and I'll just throw it all in a tortilla and make a quesadilla. Bacon smoked backstrap quesadilla is delicious. Well, we'll do one of those cooked soon. I just got a feeling it's coming. And I made them at work too, and they loved it. Not many people in my family eat deer, so I kind of like to share the wealth. I also give deer meat out to a buddy of mine who's a retired veteran, so every Veterans Day I make sure I give him some deer meat. I guess karma was good last year. On Veterans Day, I shot that buck and I brought him probably about 10 pounds of meat. Which he's very grateful for it. He tells me I don't have to, but that's just my way of giving back to him. And he was really grateful for it. He gave back to me. All my hunting stuff got stolen last year, and he gave me a bunch of his hunting stuff that he don't use anymore because he's retired and he can't be out in the woods. So that was very nice of him. So I'm going to keep giving back to him every year I can. And if I don't get a deer this year and someone doesn't work, I'll buy some meat to give to him. That's what I do. Every Veterans Day I will give him deer meat. One act of kindness goes a long way. Forgot to check the time. I was just talking. Little peak right there. Alright. We'll just do 3 minutes to be on the safe side. That should be good. We'll do 3 minutes, and it's gonna be done. Now I'll let it sit on that with the lid on it. I'll just let it sit on there and let it cool down, do its thing, let the meat rest. I'm not gonna take it out of the pan. I'll let it sit in there for about 20 minutes, and I'll take it out. So we'll kick the heat up a little bit, let it go for 2 more minutes, shut it down. I cut them in small pieces, so it just depends on how big you cut these pieces. If you cut them too thick, it might take longer to cook. You might say, hey man, it took me 20 minutes to cook down. But then again, it's how big you cut that piece, how hot you have it, what kind of pan you get it. There's no special directions. You just gotta really pay attention to this dish. Like I said earlier, you don't want to mess this dish up. Alright, so at 10:47, it's 10:45 now. We're gonna open the lid, give it a mix, shut the lid, and then just let it rest. Give you guys one last look at it. I would shoot the final video of eating it at work, but I can't film at work, so I'll take pictures and then I'll show my next video of the final product. You're going to see the final product in the pan, you know. Hopefully you guys learned something today about different ways to cook deer meat. This way is pretty easy and simple, and it's delicious. I'd also like you guys to comment below what your favorite recipe. I want to learn. I want to try new things. I want to make deer burgers, deer tacos, deer meatloaf. I mean, it's the best meat out there. Super lean, super healthy for you. Not much fat in it. I was lucky enough to get this deer, and he weighed about 180 pounds, so I had a good amount of meat after. And another question for you guys, do you like to eat the deer ribs? I had deer ribs a long time ago, and I didn't really like them that much. I thought they were too gamey, but maybe it's how they were cooked. Now that I've learned and been killing my own deer, it's like, nah, that person must have cooked them wrong, maybe. I don't know. Do you like the deer ribs? I heard if they're done right, they're delicious. Now, I just left them out in the woods for the coyotes. I took all the meat but the ribs. I also want to try the liver this year. My father-in-law just threw the liver away. I said, man, you just threw some good meat away, probably. Maybe it's good liver and onions. Alright, let's give it a final mix. Oh yeah, she's bubbling. We're going to shut that heat off. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, it's pretty juicy. Alright, we're going to shut the heat off, put that lid on, let that steam, finish cooking that meat. That looks good. I'm actually going to move this pan, get it off that burner. Looks like it's cooked pretty well. I don't want to overcook it. Alright, one last look. Let me make sure you guys are clean and can see it. Look at that. That's it, man. That's deer fajitas the simple way. Now, I don't put any... You're probably saying, well, there's no fajita seasoning in there. You don't need the fajita seasoning in here with that marinade. It's delicious. You can use that fajita seasoning if you want. I might try it next time. I think I'm going to try deer tacos, make the hamburger, and use taco seasoning and see how that goes first. But this way is just so good, so clean, so healthy. It's just perfect for me, and it might be perfect for you. So try it before. Don't put the fajita seasoning on it. Just try Dell's marinade and peppers, onions, garlic, pepper, celery salt, and you will have a delicious fajita. And thanks for watching, and stay tuned. Sunday we're going hunting. We're going hunting. I will have a video up Monday, and I will see you guys later.